see all of me. Walk into my mystery. Step inside and hold for dear life. Do you remember me? Capture you and set you free. I am all of me.
What's up, you guys? This is Fang here, coming at you with another Sonic Tuesday video. And before we get started, and before I tell you all the topic, I just want to say, yes, if you've noticed, I've been uploading 1 day a week. Last week, if it was last week, was my Sonic Origins video. And this week will be something that's very much, again, close to my heart. It is a very, it's part of my early Sonic fandom. Well, at least these characters are. And, yeah, that was last week. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Before we get started, I want to make a little bit of an announcement. Down below in the description. And also on my community tab. I will be putting a fundraiser that my sister is doing for St. Jude. If you all want to donate to that, feel free. If you all want to share it around to help her, feel free. I was meant to do a live stream to announce this, but it's just when she was getting ready to do that fundraiser, it was also around the time that I realized that I was burnt out and I just needed a break. So, yeah. And also, if you're new here, definitely make sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and let's get into this. So, everyone knows here that I'm a big Archie Sonic comic fan. I mean, heck, I'm waiting for a bunch of issues to come in the mail. It's almost all of them. It's almost all of the pre-rebooted Archie Sonic comic issues, which is the one I prefer. But recently, Mizu has told me that apparently Ian Flynn has said that, for allegedly that the Sonic fans to keep requesting the Freedom Fighters, Sally Acorn, Antoine D. Corlett, Bunny Rabbit, and Rotor to be in the IDW comics. And while that sounds like a cool idea, I'm personally against it. Now, this isn't me going on a IDW Sonic comic, hate bandwagon. Because everyone knows that before I decided to get into the comics of the IDW ones, I didn't want to get into them because I was such a big fan of the Archie comics, and I guess I was still a little bit bitter that they ended the Archie comics. Actually, I was also bitter when they rebooted it, all because of Ken Penders. They can say all they want, it's because of Sega changing their mandates and all that, but let's be honest, it's because of Ken Penders. And, as much as it would be cool to basically have them, I guess, even though they say that it's all canon, that everything's canon, the fact that there's a chance that they could pop up in a Sonic game if they appear in the IDW comics, sure, that's cool. That sounds amazing. But they would basically be parodies of themselves. Especially Sally, Antoine, and Bunny. Here's why. Obviously, everyone that knows Sonic and Sally's history, they had tension. They had romantic tension. You see it in the Sad AM cartoon. You also see it in the Archie comics. In the Archie comics, they were in a relationship on and off. And, Sonic and Sally's relationship is very important to both of those characters if they were to bring in the Freedom Fighters. If they do bring them in, it would basically be like Tango and Whisper. And this definitely goes more in line with Antoine and Bunny. Because everyone knows that it's very easy to tell that even though that Ian Flynn says that Tango and Whisper are quote-unquote just really close friends, the fans can pick up that they're more than that. I mean, keep in mind, too, like, you know, I'm a fan of both characters, especially Whisper. She's freaking adorable. But they would have to do something like that for Antoine and Bunny. And where's the fun in that? Again, because Antoine and Bunny's relationship is very important to their character development. Just like Sonic and Sally. Sally's is important to their character development. You know, and if they were to bring them in, it would just be a continuation of the post-reboot Archie comics, and I don't want that. You know, I know that Sad AM fans and Archie comic fans have had it rough, and that's putting it lightly. But guys, there's a dedicated group of fans that are still continuing the pre and post reboot of Archie Sonic Comic Online, and I still want to do that Archie Sonic Comic comic dub series that I want to do and bring those comics to life. Which, if there's anyone interested in that, comment down below if anyone's still interested in doing that. And, you know, you can still enjoy those characters respectfully in Sonic Comic Online. Archie Sonic Comics Online. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm so tired. My apologies. If I said Sonic Comic Online, that's the group of fans that are continuing the Fleetway comics. You know, it's, you know, and then too, right? Let's say they do add them. That's going to open up another can of worms. People are going to be like, well, what about Uncle Chuck? What about Sonic's mom and dad from the Archie comics? Oh wait, Ken Penders owns the right to them. What about Scourge? Oh wait, Ken Penders also owns the right to Scourge. Which is why, let's be honest, that's why Surge is in the comics. Scourge, Surge, very similar naming. They look very similar to one another. Their attitudes are the same. Their attire is pretty much going for that, you know, biker, you know, rocker, punk, you know, sort of aesthetic. You know, you can tell that Ian Flynn probably wants to use those characters again, but they can't because of, you know, copyright. And I think that's unfortunate. You know, there's a lot of great characters that, you know, again, I'm not afraid to put compliments where they're due. But Ken Penders and everyone involved with those Archie comics, they really did great with those characters, in my opinion. You know, and this sudden, you know, I've been seeing a lot of videos come up, you know, calling the Archie comics weird and blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know if they're saying that out of spite towards Ken Penders, or if it's just, or if they don't understand the Archie comics. And I've been seeing people say that, you know, Ian Flynn saved the Archie comics. Like, well, I'm pretty sure before all the controversy happened with Ken Penders, I'm sure that most people that say that probably enjoy those comics. You know, I'm not trying to put words in people's mouths, but come on. You know, that's why I'm not afraid to admit that I still like the stuff that Ken Penders has done in the Archie comics. You know, I don't agree with the stuff he's done, but I can't just throw those Archie comics into the trash because they are that important to me. They are part of my early Sonic fandom. And people need to understand and respect that. You know, it's much like how, you know, the Sonic Sat AM cartoon is probably a part of a lot of your guys' early Sonic fandom. You know? Or maybe it's Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe it's Sonic Underground. Maybe it's X. Or maybe for you younger, newer fans, maybe it's Sonic Boom. And I know that the Sonic Sat AM fans have had it rough. But I think it's best to leave these characters in the past. And let the fans work on them in a respectful way to where it does not make them into parodies of themselves. Now, obviously, you know, a lot of people, obviously this might be, definitely, I might be in the minority with this video, but it's fact. Sonic and Sally's relationship is very important. Sonic Sat AM, the Archie comics, especially the pre-rebooted Archie comics. Their bond is very important to their character development. Just like Antoine's and Bunny's, you know, bond is very important to them. What about Snively? Now, if they want to do something to where maybe they can do some, you know, old school Archie things to where they bring in like alternate timelines of themselves, maybe that way we can get the Freedom Fighters. You know, maybe bring in the Sonic Sat AM. Heck, you know, even just thinking about this, what if they brought in the versions of the characters from the Archie comics? Or maybe bring in King Sonic and King Sally. King Sonic and Queen Sally. My God. Well, I just gave the fan fiction writers a new something new to do. Sonic X, Jenner bent Sally Acorn. But if there's any group of Sonic fans that had it worse, it's the Sonic Underground fans. You know, and I said this on the Sonic Sat AM Season 3 fan production, which looks amazing, by the way. You know, even though that I'm hoping this whole thing leads to a Sonic Underground continuation, even though that the Archie comic fan community that did the Archie Sonic comics online. Why am I wording stuff weird? Jeez. Let me redo this. Even though that we have the Archie Sonic comic online community that already did that, and I loved how they did it, I would love to see it done animated. Continue the series, finish it. You know, maybe talk to some of the people that worked on it. Maybe, you know, maybe they have any ideas on what, you know, the next episodes were. But I do agree that Sonic Sat AM deserves to be continued more. Those fans have waited a long time for Season 3. And I think it's time that those group of fans gets the respect that they are due from Sega. And yeah. The fact of the matter is, I'm not even going to get into shipping. You know, if I start seeing that Son Amy is better than Son Alley in my comments, I'm just probably going to just ignore those comments and probably just delete them so that they don't cause a shipping war. Because at the end of the day, as much as us fans debate and probably argue about shippings, it doesn't really matter because Sega isn't, Sega isn't going to make any of them canon. Yes, technically speaking, yes, they have done a lot of stuff with Sonic and Amy. So maybe Son Amy is getting the Tangle and Whisper treatment to where, they're really close friends, but the fans know. Sort of deal. I don't know. So, yeah, that's it for this on Tuesday video. I hope you all enjoy it, and let me know what your thoughts and opinions are down below. As always, I'll see you all in the next video. Later, guys.